My freshman year, I heard about a job opportunity from one of my professors about this long-term experimental forest that was looking for some student workers for the summer. And it was on an island on the coast of Maine. And I said, where do I sign up for that?
Holt Research Forest is a 350-acre research forest. About 1/3 of it is actively used with scientific plots that have been measured by Jack Witham for about 35 years.
Every tree is tagged and numbered.
Use that to track the tree over time.
Time is probably one of the most valuable commodities we have as a researcher. It's very difficult to get that extra time, and yet it gives us information that we just simply cannot get in short-term research.
Typically at a long-term research site, you only get one perspective from the ecosystem, whether it be the trees or the wildlife. But here at the Holt Research Forest, I think we have an interesting merger of many different disciplines, and so I think we can really put together all the pieces of the puzzle.
You got to study the tree growth, the various mammal species, the birds, the salamanders, everything that goes into a forest. The whole forest ecology was there. It was almost like a buffet.
So within this area, we're getting seed counts, we're doing seedling counts in the 1 meter squared plots, and then we're also measuring the saplings. And in addition to that, of course, we measure all the trees.
When you have these really comprehensive data set, those are the ones that allow you to really explore mechanisms. Ecology is a very complex science because there's so many different things influencing each other. The density of a small mammal depends on so many different factors.
Over a 10-year period, the forest seems fairly constant, but the animal populations, many of them are just up and down and all over the place. And that's one of the things that we're really trying to get a handle on is what are these cycles?
Looking at the distribution maps for small mammals, herbaceous plants, and trees, a lot of those reach their northern limit in the southern part of Maine. And the Holt Forest is right on the edge of those zones. So as changes occur, this forest is situated perfectly to monitor those.
This is the very exciting point as we got almost 3 decades of baseline data, and so as we move forward, how do we leverage technology and leverage the prior data, I think is going to be the key research questions.
We are at the outdoor classroom that was just built since Maine Tree became involved.
The Maine Tree Foundation, Timber Research and Environmental Education, has a long history of delivering environmental education programs. It was through our acquisition, really, of the Holt Research Forest that we came into the research element of our mission.
A key role in society is science is the storyteller. And I almost think of it in a sort of Homeric classic sense of you have these things going on and they're confusing and we have a hard time understanding them. And scientists can play a role of storyteller to help society make sense of that.
You say, well, how much is a 3rd grader going to remember? Well, what's a 3rd grader going to remember? There's a place where people study the forest. That's enough. Not what you found out necessarily, but somebody thinks it's worth doing and they've got some answers. Because what's the most important thing you learn in school? Where to find the answer. And the Holt Forest is one of those places.